Have you all ever thought you were pretty good at something? Analyzed yourself doing that thing that you thought you were pretty good at doing, and then realized this is probably a bad idea? Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling right now. I've got a bad feeling about this. I need a minute. Just roll the intro. What's up, YouTube? Bunky here. Welcome back to another Discs MD video. Today, we're going to analyze my disc golf game. Felt sure there was going to be some applause there. Anyway, I thought about it and I really haven't been intentional about documenting how good I am at certain aspects of my game. So there's really not a way for me to tell if I'm actually getting better at disc golf or if I'm just perceiving that I'm getting better at disc golf. So today, what we're going to do is set a baseline for my disc golf game so that I have something to come back and compare to as I improve, and I figured, why not document it on video and bring you along with me? That way, I have some accountability. So I'm going to do 3 different aspects of my game: putting accuracy, throwing distances, and throwing accuracy. We'll see how I do. Let's get started. Let's scrub up and start dissecting my game. Yeah, that's another corny doctor pun. I'm going to use a lot of them.
Here we go, everybody. We're going to start with arguably the most important part of our game, and that is putting. Probably the one we all struggle with the most, so we're going to start with this one. What we're going to need is a stack of putters. You're going to need a mini. You're going to need a basket, of course, and you're going to need a tape measure. What we want to do here is we want to set this up pretty deliberately so that we can get consistent, repeatable results. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and putt, and as I'm putting, I'll talk through with you how I set things up and some tips to make it more reliable and more consistent. So let's get started.
So my setup here is throwing 25 putts from 3 separate distances. My first distance is a couple of feet beyond my guaranteed make. Here I did 15 feet, 18 feet, and 21 feet. My advice to you here is to make this as realistic and game-like as possible. Put your mini down, step up to it, throw a putt, and after you throw each putt, step away from the mini and then step back up to it and do your routine all over again. I would caution you against grabbing a stack of putters and just going to a spot and throwing a bunch at the same time. This may give you a false result because you may get into a groove and start dropping putts, which you won't be able to do on the course. If you make it as game-like as possible, it'll give you a more accurate assessment of how well or poorly you are putting. So be deliberate about making each putt as close to how you would do it on the course as possible. This setup is what works for me. You can take this and use it, or you can modify it to suit your needs. Now let's move on to my results.
There you have it, everybody. 3 sets of 25 putts. I'll put my results up over here somewhere. That way we have my benchmark to measure my progress moving forward. Now, this is my putting progress routine. I'm doing this at least every 2 weeks, probably once a week, but I'm not doing this every day. You don't want to get stale, you don't want to get bored, so do something else for your practices. Have multiple practice routines for putting, and you need to be putting every day. Do you? Excuse me? Well, you're telling them to practice and you don't. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now and I really don't feel like arguing with myself in front of the camera. What, them? They already know you're crazy. I'll deal with you later. Anyway, like I said, practice every day, 15, 20 minutes. There's a lot of people that have putting practice routines on YouTube. I'll probably video one at some point, but make sure you're doing the benchmark testing every couple weeks, every week, to measure your progress, to keep you getting better at putting. Let's move on to distance driving.
All right, I'm going to apologize in advance. The wind is picking up. A little bit of a tailwind, right to left wind. We're out in the field. I'm going to do my throwing distances. I'm going to start with my mid-ranges. I have a Mako 3, an Echo, a Hex, and 2 buzzes. So let's get to it. Okay, that was the mids. There's 5 of them. I'm going to cut my farthest one and my shortest one, average the center 3. Now move on to my fairway drivers. Okay, so my fairway drivers, I have 2 craves, 2 relays, and a drift, all about the same numbers, so they should be pretty consistent. Let's get to it. Okay, that was my fairway drivers. I'll put the distances up over here. You'll see it's not far off of my mid-range, but my mid-ranges are all 5 speeds, and 4 of the 5 of my fairway drivers were 6 speeds. So I'm guessing I'm not gaining too much distance by going from a 5 to a 6. Anyway, there you have it. Let's move on to distance drivers. All right, here are my distance drivers. Have 5 of them, 2 Undertakers, a Falk, a Valkyrie, and a lift. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get to it. Alright, that's it for my distance drivers. I'll put my distances up over here again. I'll put my fairway driver and my mid-range driver averages below it, just so you can see that it's not too much difference between my mids, my fairway, and my distance. So my form needs help, and that's what I'm here doing, trying to get better. Alright, so now we're going to do accuracy. You can see my bags out there. I did 1 round of warm-ups, just full disclosure, at 20 feet, a 20-foot radius circle around my bag, and I put all 5 in, so I think I needed to tighten that up. So they're all 15, the cones are 15 feet away from my basket. There's a 15-foot radius around my basket. So let's see how many out of 10 I can get in. So let's get started.
Okay, so there you have it. 10 throws, 3 made it inside the circle, 3 out of 10, which isn't great, but all but 2 would have been inside that 20-foot circle, so I'm kind of glad I shrunk it down. So 15 foot is my new target to start building on, see how many out of 10 I can get for my benchmark testing. So the next thing I'm going to do is put up my backhand form and my forehand form, just so we can all see what that looks like. So let's get to that right now. Well, there you have it. For better or worse, that's where we're starting. That's how good I am right now at disc golf. Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed, but gotta start somewhere, right? And nowhere to go but up. So let's start improving on this game. I'll try to do this every once in a while just to see how I do. But for now, let's just start getting better. I'm going to do my best to get videos out as quickly as possible. I know it's been a while since my last video, but I have a full-time job, I have a family, and I'm really new to this YouTube thing, and I'm doing all my editing myself, which is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to do my best, and as I learn and as I get better at this, they'll come out more quickly and hopefully better quality. If you liked it, drop a like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this with your friends if you know people that like disc golf, who want to just have fun watching disc golf content, send them my way. And let's grow this channel and have a lot of fun doing it. But until next time, enjoy the journey, and here's your verse of the day.